Alrighty, MCS TS5, a little bit of a demo kit on how to clean. It'll be a 3-part video, starting off with the chem wash, into rust prep, into the tank sealer itself. So with the chem wash, dilution rate of 1:1, preferably with warm water. It will cut better with warm water rather than cold. Before going through all that, you need to clean up any surfaces and then plug off any holes that need to be plugged off. For heavily rusted tanks, good idea to use an agitator to help break any varnish, residues and excess rust as well. Throw your agitator in. Seal up the tank with your bungs. You can use cork or a rubber. Before chem washing, it's always a good idea, always pull out any fuel sender units, anything like that, so it's a bare tank. Right, got your caps all sealed up. With this process, you want to make it at least half an hour, 40 minutes. Rotate the tank, keep every surface wet. You hear your agitator roll around. You want to get into every little crevice, especially in the seam welds. It will suds up a fair bit with the chem wash. So you can let that sit for a while, come back, rotate around every 10-15 minutes. And then after that, bungs off, rinse the tank out. If you're still getting dirty residue coming out of the tank, you can do the chem wash again until you're clean. All right, so we've had our chem wash in our tank for about 45 minutes now, rotating every 10 minutes. To keep every surface nice and moist, let it do its job. Once you're happy with that time period, pull your plugs off the tank, clean out the tank, fresh water. You will have suds in there. Keep rinsing the tank until there is no suds left in it. Next thing to do, you have to dry the tank right off. Always inspect it before drying. If you have heavy soiling, you have to go again and do another chem wash through it, which is fine. Alrighty, so we'll pull our bungs off, rinse the tank out. Alrighty, part 2 with the rust prep of the TS5. Agitator back in. Having all your holes plugged up as well. Nicely sealed. Now with the rust prep, be careful on the paint because it is an acid as well, so it will damage paint. Mask off around the top if you like, and prevent any spillage. Seal up the top. Give it a little mix up. Whole bottle of rust prep in, agitator still in the tank to help break away any rust on the sides. Rotate, keeping the tank moist on all surface areas. Now this rust needs to be in for at least 45 minutes to take effect. Keep rotating. what you can do, every 10 minutes, leave it on a certain angle. Normal sitting position, upright, then rotate again, rotate again, keeping all sides wet. Alright, we'll let that do its job, then we'll come back. Alrighty, we're up to step 3 with our TS5 kit, actually sealing the tank. We've done the chem wash to remove any varnish, rust prep to prep the surface and neutralise any rust in there. The rust prep will protect the surface of the tank for about 30 days to stop like a flash rust coming through, but you need to try and get the sealer in there before that. Before you seal it, wait at least 24 hours before putting the sealer in, so all the pinch welds are completely dry inside the tank. Now, the TS6, which is the sealer itself, you need to give it a good mix once you get it opened up, because it will be sediment on the bottom. There's no catalyst in it, so you do need to mix it, give it a nice stir, good smooth consistency. Probably don't shake the can too much, as it will aerate the product when you're shaking. This seal is good for any sort of fuel as well, ethanol fuels, unleaded, diesel, it'll take all of it. Obviously you've got our tank all dry and everything, bungs back in the bottom, cellophane around the top. Don't drip it on your paintwork, get it off straight away because it will mark it. Grab yourself a funnel, probably better to use a disposable one, not a good plastic one. You'll know when it's mixed up nice, you'll get a nice smooth consistent texture with the sealer. So whole can in. Put our sealer in the tank. Close your lid back up. So with the sealer in there, we want to get a nice even surface, even layer across every surface in the tank. Do not shake it, just roll. Roll them nice and slowly to get it into every crevice. And then those pinch welds too. Keep it moving so we cover all the surface area in the tank. You want to keep rolling for about 40 to 60 minutes, probably closer to the hour mark if anything. Come back every 10 minutes, roll it around, keep everything moving in there. Alright, so we've had our sealer in the tank now for about an hour, rolling it around, making sure it gets into every crevice, every pinch weld and every seam. Once you're confident you've got a good layer over the whole tank, remove your bungs off and then drain any excess out. The reason to drain the excess out, you don't want it pooling or creating any pinholes. It will get a lot thicker compared to when you put it in. It does start to go off in that hour. Depending on the size of the tank too, is depending on how much excess you're going to get out. This being a pretty large tank, there won't be a whole lot of excess, but there will be some. You can just let it drain over a bin or a drain container. Put nice coverage in there. Alright. This being such a big tank, doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of excess. Give it 24 hours to cure. 5 days before putting any fuel in the actual bike itself. The product needs to release the vapour out of it to cure properly. So yeah, 5 days before putting any sort of fuel back in the tank. And then happy days from there.